Hello, and welcome to another episode of Versus, where we take two vaguely sort of related things and make them fight it out. So today we have Toriko versus Food Wars.
Food Wars. Nom nom nom. So today we're going to starting with Toriko.
Toriko.
Yeah, okay. In the age of gourmet.
Gourmet.
Massive monsters are running around everywhere, and it's down to your boy Toriko to get the best dish.
Yeah.
And he's employed by this little nerdy kid, Komatsu.
From the, International Gourmet Association.
Yeah, you think he's just a piece of shit, really, from the start.
Oh, the little kid?
You think he's just a little bitchy, whiny kid, but turns out he's got his own little gifts.
He's got his own little
We're not all
dreams, yeah.
gifted in terms of being able to, lasso two giant beasts.
Well, basically, Toriko's like a massive
metahuman.
Yeah, he looked a bit like the guy from terrible anime stuff, but it looks a little like the guy from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, go for it.
And a bit gutsy and certain little bits.
And
a little bit
like guts.
There was a little bit where I was like, is that like a serious Jack? There was little bits where I was like, oh, that's a little...
And there were bits, there were bits of Violence Jack, do you mean?
Sorry, Violence Jack.
Yeah, there were bits.
Well, I'd say Sinister Jack.
Serious Jack.
Serious Jack, he's very serious.
Hey, you kids down there.
He seemed just like a mix of loads of like tough, very stupidly tall, tough guys from other anime that we've seen so far with our limited anime knowledge. Basically, Toriko goes around the world trying to kill... it was very Monster Hunter-y to me.
It was really Monster Hunter-y. But with Monster Hunter, you sort of understand why he's doing it. With this one, it's sort of like, because I want to eat it.
He has to eat it. It's like, I will find every monster and eat it.
Yeah.
Because his dream is what? Is it 6 courses?
Yeah.
6 dishes that he has to...
I think it's more than that. It's like 7 dishes. Yeah,
maybe 7 dishes. That seemed to be his character arc. Or going. It reminded me also a bit of Pokemon where he wants to win all the badges.
Yeah,
it's like, he has to kill
and
all
and each one will be like, today I got my special meats platter. And it'll be like, and he'll get that one, and then it's like, a side salad platter. I don't know what he's going to do for the side salad episode.
This episode, he had to catch the
Gorogator,
which was just the alligator that was huge with like 6 or 8 legs.
Originally they'd been level 5, but this particular one was level 8.
Yeah, so
which is level 80 people.
It was 10 people, but they were eating these little snakes that were level 1.
Yeah, so it's like 10 people had to get
to
wrangle this one snake. And then there was loads of really quite cool little monsters popping up.
And a fish with lobster arms.
Yeah, fish with lobster arms, which was only level 1.
That seemed scarier to me than the alligator guy.
Oh, more scary than the alligator.
Well, he had he could swim and he had
but definitely more scary than the snake.
Yeah.
But it was it made me incredibly hungry for steak.
Yeah, in terms of the animation
butter
stuff.
melting into steak.
Yeah. Well, right at the start, it had those pigs. Like the first thing you saw was like these pigs with almost like butter on their backs, just sort of cooking as they were walking around.
Yeah, it's like everything's been made, and then they're like, everything's been made in that universe to be eaten and to be consumed.
Yeah,
and then all the mountains and stuff are all natural springs full of like fucking flavors and sodas and stuff like that. So, I mean, to be honest, it's like a dream to watch if you're into food and you're also like anime style things. This one was a lot more like fighty, and it was
more fantastical.
But the fighting was actually really quite good in it, I thought.
Knife and fork.
Knife and fork, which was really quite... I didn't like it at the start, but then afterwards I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought he was going to transform her, because he does this thing where he's like, knife and fork. I thought he was going to turn into
he transforms and everything gets really big, and then it sort of goes, a hand, and it's just
I thought it was going to turn into like a knife and a fork.
It's just a hand with a fork, But I actually really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it was good, and it was just I like the premise. The premise of just going around eating stuff and it kind of showing them, eating it and cooking it.
It feels like it could have been definitely a video game. Like we were talking about it, like we were saying, like so many hunting games, like in Breath of the Wild, like you got to go around and hunt, and like you're going to do all the cooking and stuff. And I feel like they could make this into something really quite good.
Basically Pokemon, but you eat the Pokemon.
Yeah, but I feel like it was really bad for like vegans or anybody who's a slight vegetarian, because he's just there like this alligator's over 300 years old, and then it's like I can't wait to taste it.
It's
and
like
it's
300 years of tenderizing.
When I see sea turtles in China that are like in big glass cages, and I'm like, you're like 200 years old or 100 years old, and I'm like, I feel so terrible about it because it's 100 years old and it's in that little
I'm trying to remember what is it? Where the tongue goes, the soul will follow.
Yeah, that's
something like that.
Classic line from them.
Food Wars. Soma.
Just this kid just wants to be a chef.
Kid runs a restaurant with his dad. When it first starts, you think he's a really sort of maybe a bad chef. The way they kind of play it, and then you realise him and his dad, they make good food, and they'll try weird experimental food that no one fucking likes.
That's what you need to.
But it's like squid and peanut butter, and they were doing like his dad was like, I made strawberries and
strawberry jam and sardines.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah.
But there was actually a tiny. I suppose only in it, the only kind of war in that episode was just him and his dad at the start, where they cooked the same meal each, and this girl eats it,
and then has a bit of a gasm.
Yeah, it was very food porn, like
foodgasm, yeah.
And then everyone else who then eats after just like
foodgasm, and then it was like the view was looking up as if there was no chair.
Yes.
And it's like just floating in flavour. She's floating in flavour. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We realised a bit later on that it wasn't actually happening. I mean, I think I sort of knew it wasn't really happening. But,
yeah.
But, it's like their interpretations of it, because there was a bit in the next part.
There's a bit... Because his dad wins the little competition right at the start, and then he's like doing the washing up, and the girl comes over and she goes... Oh, like, have you got anything else to try? And he's like, oh, try this peanut butter squid. And then it cuts to this, like, squid basically turned into a bit of hentai, where it's just like, and she's like naked being, like, squidded about.
What do you think about the main kid in it? The main guy in it? Soma.
Soma, yeah, he seemed alright.
I think I really
He's quite likeable. He was a really likeable guy.
But then he had that weird part where he was like, the pressure had clearly got to him of being like his dad's understudy and everyone eating his dad's food.
Yeah, so the main enemy in this first episode was this
businesswoman.
Wants to basically knock down the restaurant and turn it into like some apartment hotel.
No, hotel.
Oh, it was a hotel. Yeah.
She said that she said, "Oh, you got to be a fantastic chef to work in my hotel."
Yeah, and then it got very anime with the boobs, where they just seem to be working off completely different throughout the thing. Where vaguely stuff happens, it's just like her breasts are just one's going like round that way, and like
the other one's doing that.
They seem to be because a lot of it is how they taste food and how they visualize. Because to be fair, a lot of the men in it are also there's a lot of people just instantly being naked and cooking food.
Yeah, the food things break off.
But it kind of makes sense in the context of the show because it's how they're experiencing the flavors.
Exactly.
But it was pretty funny, especially with her like bodyguard guys.
Yes,
where all just like naked, just like spraying meat everywhere, pretty much.
It felt like each week you could probably go off with your friends and actually, if you're watching it, go off and actually make this stuff.
Yes, because that was probably the bit where he actually goes through the recipe.
And he makes through the thing, and it shows you all, like, what it is, and it's really
that was
cool.
The best bit. That was the best bit.
That was really, really smart part because I was just watching it, just thinking, oh my god, yeah, that probably would be really, really nice. I've got potatoes at home, I could probably make this.
Yeah, well, basically after this, I'm going to get some bacon. Yeah. He makes like, she wants a steak dish or a meat dish.
Yeah. But she's destroyed all of
They trashed the place, just like to make a move out. Like an 80s movie where it's like, we're going to trash it and then
it's like, your beautiful sign's ruined now.
Yeah. He makes like potatoes and mushrooms wrapped in bacon and then she eats it thinking it's meat, but it is kind of meat. And then but he's like, if you build on here, you can't eat the rest of it. Yeah. She's like, okay.
That was kind of good. I was trying to work out how that would work because it started off with like her just being like, well, I guess you can't open then. You said you wouldn't open if you couldn't serve your customers. It's like, well, yeah, I said that, but you destroyed my shit. And then, but it's like, what am I trying to prove to you? Yeah. She was like, now you got to hand over the restaurant.
I can't work out her reasonings whatsoever. Yeah. It would have made more sense just to burn the place down. Like,
straight up.
She just kind of made a bit of a mess.
Yeah. The dad comes back at the end of the episode after Sama fixes everything.
Well, Sama's dream is to basically get better than his dad at cooking and keep the restaurant. Basically, he wants to take it over.
And but then by the end of it, his dad comes back and goes, "Look, all that shit you did today, fighting that girl off. Actually, it's pretty annoying because I would have loved to sold the place. Yeah." And but now I've just got some shit place that I don't actually have any use for because I'm fairly sure that girl was offering them.
It would be stupid money. Yeah,
that's the thing. So sell the place, then come back and
get a helicopter flyby or whatever it is. We'll include it.
Sell the place, you're fine. I don't know where the dad's going. The dad was really, really fucking.
I was like letting the cat out then, so I was like, I didn't know if he was going like traveling or something. He was going away for 3 years or something.
Yeah, it was 3 years. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll come. Maybe I feel like he'll come back and he'll be the top chef or something at the academy. So it turns out your dad's the gym leader of the top. Place.
So Soma has to go to his dad said you have to go and get.
You have to go here
to get points, like college points or university points.
Yeah, you can get your credits or whatever.
Credits, that's it. Yeah.
At the end, there was loads of like buildings from different countries necessarily. So there was a building that looked like Westminster. There's a building that looked like a Japanese place. Was one that looked a bit different. Don't know what it was, but essentially, I think maybe each one's like this kind of cuisine. It's like, what food are we learning to do today? American food or British food or French food or whatever. So I think maybe that might be what goes on later in the season.
And it had that sort of bit right at the end where it was the girl, the kind of hot blonde girl, I guess, sort of in a waterfall being hit with a jukebox.
Yeah, but the thing is that was quite cool because we were like watching it. It's like, why is this thing?
And there's your whole jukebox.
Is this girl going to be dead now afterwards? Yeah. But then she explained it, and it's like her interpretation of the food, which I think is really cool.
It's visualization of it, yeah.
Which one would you want to eat the most? Which meal would you want to eat? Would you want to eat the steak from the Gorogator?
Yeah.
Or would you prefer to eat the bacon thing that he's made?
The thing that won it over was when it showed how he cooked the thing in the pan.
Yeah, that's what won it. You want to eat that thing more. Okay. Whereas I like the Gurugate, but obviously I understand it's mythical. But when he was like describing it, I was like, holy shit, that sounds fucking nice.
But I think because that seemed just like, here's some meat, and I was like, well, give me some stuff with it, like I need other textures.
Oh no, I could have just dealt with that meat, that marble meat. It looked fantastic. Which one do you think you'd want to watch again?
I think it's going to have to be Food Wars.
Yeah.
It just won me over with the characters.
I really thought I'd go into it, because I'm really not... anyone who knows me knows that I don't really like food.
Food in any
shape or form. So I was considering thinking of Toriko would be the one that I'd be more into. But Toriko seems like it's just... Here's a different way to capture one monster each time, and each monster, it might change a little bit, but really it's just monster of the week. Whereas with Food Wars, I feel like there's a massive story that I actually really quite want to uncover, and I also want to make loads of recipes. Yeah. So in this episode of Versus Food Wars, boom, ding, ding, ding. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
それより一緒に涼しいとこ行かね。一緒に？それって。二人っきりで？いや、カレーの試作で忙しいんだけどな。そんなに言うなら。寮のみんなと行くんだけど、大勢の方が楽しいかなって思ってさ。大勢。